Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Good morning. My name is Kat, and this is a 30-minute yoga practice for comeback yoga, and we'll be focusing on the lower body. So, good morning. Thank you for being here. We're going to start in our easy seated pose. So, come into a cross legged position, or really any position where you feel you have a strong foundation. That could be sitting in a chair or on your sofa, or likewise on the floor, seated, kneeling. Take a moment here to bring your palms to your hands, palms to your legs, excuse me. They're already at your hands. Bring your palms to your legs and just very gently press down to feel your legs ground down towards the earth. And likewise, feeling the support of the earth underneath you. Feel any sensations in your legs and feet, your hips and abdomen, that part of your body that is most connected to the ground underneath you. Likewise, the sensation of feeling grounded, feeling present and supported. You might notice the temperature of your feet. You might notice the angle of your knees or ankles in whatever position you are sitting in today. You may notice your lower abdomen expanding with each inhale. You can pull your navel towards your spine with each exhale, fully exhaling, engaging the muscles around your navel to hold you strong, hold you upright here, creating space for your breath. We'll take 5 more rounds of breath here. And if any thoughts arise, just notice them, a little gratitude, but then bring your awareness back to noticing your body, your breath in this moment. Enjoying that simplicity of focus just on what is happening in your body here and now. Exhale and bring the palms of your hands together to touch. As you next inhale, press down through the outsides of your legs. Lift your hands up overhead. And then exhale, sweep them out either side of you, bringing them down beside your hips, grounding your fingertips down, noticing the texture of the ground. And then, just as before, press down through the outsides of your legs, lift your arms up overhead, and then bring your hands down to the floor in front of you, palms down. Reach the center of your chest forward till you come to a place where you can feel a gentle stretch through the outside of your hips, the outside of your thighs. Continuing to exhale to press down through your legs and feet and sit bones. Exhale here. And then press into the palms of your hands to walk them back towards your legs. Come up a bit. And then bring your legs back and around to come into tabletop or all fours, where your knees are under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. And from here, check in with the pace of your breath. Notice when you're inhaling and when you're exhaling. And use the pace of your breath to guide you between cat pose and cow pose. So we'll inhale to cow pose, lifting your sit bones as you lift your gaze, bringing your chest through your arms. And then exhale to cat pose, pressing down to reach up through the center of your spine, tucking your pelvis and chin. We'll do that 5 times, inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. And then as you come into cow pose the next time, reach your right leg back and up any amount, pressing through your right heel. And then as you exhale, come into cat pose, bringing your knee to your nose, your right knee to your nose. Keep going just so. Cow pose with your right leg extended. And then cat pose, right knee towards your nose. 3 more times. Inhale, reach out with your right leg. And as you exhale, bring your right knee back down to meet left. Tuck both your toes under. Bring your hips towards your heels. Walk your hands back to your thighs. Come into a kneeling posture for a moment here, just to give your wrists a little bit of respite. Also to create a lovely stretch to the arch of your feet. You can take a moment here and create circles with your wrists. Move your fingers on both directions. And then bring your hands back down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Actually tap the tops of your feet just to release that stretch. And then bring them to stillness. We'll take one round of cat-cow at center. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. And then the next time you come into cow pose, extend your left leg back and up any amount. Pressing through your left heel, lifting your gaze. And then as you exhale, tuck your pelvis, tuck your chin, round your spine, bring your left knee to your nose, and then go with your breath, inhaling to extend, exhaling to round in. Inhaling to create space for your inhale, exhaling to fully release. One more round. And then bring your left knee back down to meet right. Step your knees wide and bring your big toes together to touch. From here, inhale and exhale, round your spine. Press into your hands, hips to heels, forehead can come down to the ground or a book or a pillow, child's pose. We'll pause here for a moment. One more round of breath here, slowly, slowly. And then lift back up to tabletop. And step your right foot forward to your right thumb, coming into a lunge. Go ahead and tuck your left toes under so you can lift your left knee. Pause here, settle in. You can place, roll towels or books under your hands or bring them down to the ground. Press forward through your right knee as you lift the back of your left thigh, pressing your left heel back and down as you reach the crown of your head forward and up. One more round of breath here. Then keeping your left hand grounded, bring your right hand so it's just light and heel toe your right foot out so you can point your right toes to the right and roll onto the little toe edge of your left foot. Then reach your right arm up and overhead. Inhale here, lifting your hips up. As you exhale, bring your hips down towards the ground. Bring your arm down towards your left thigh. Inhale, lift up with your hips, with your arm. Exhale, ground back down. Take breaks as needed. Go with the pace of your breath. Inhaling up and exhaling to come back down. Twice more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Bring your hand all the way back down next to your left hand. Turn your toes to face forward. Step your right foot back forward and ground your left knee down. Untuck your left toes. And then bring your hips back towards your left heel, lifting your right toes. And just pause here. You can roll along your right heel, just noticing how that subtle movement creates stretches in very different places along your hips and legs. And then bring your left hand over your right leg, creating a bit of a twist. Keeping a long spine, exhaling to drop your hips back towards your left heel. Slow, deep breaths, whatever that looks like in your body today. And then bring your left hand back over to the left. Walk your hands forward as you ground the ball of your right foot down. Once again, tuck your left toes under. Lift your left knee. And as you next inhale, lift your arms up overhead, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come back down. Step your right foot back to meet your left, plank pose. Inhale, and then exhale, ground your knees, bend your elbows to bring your chest and chin down to the ground. Untuck your toes, press into the tops of your feet, lift your chest, cobra pose. Exhale back to child's pose, bringing your knees wide, big toes together, hips towards heels, forehead towards the ground. 3 breaths here, slowly, slowly. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. Step your left foot forward to your left thumb, lunge. Tuck your right toes under and lift your right knee. Take a moment to notice your body, your breath when coming into this grounded lunge, this pose. And then grounding your right hand down, become left in your left light in your left hand. And then heel toe your left foot out so you can point your left toes to the left. You can roll onto the little toe edge of your right foot. And then you can reach your left fingers up overhead, lifting your hips up. Exhale, bring your hips down. Bring your arm down towards your right thigh. And then inhale, reach up again. Bringing your gaze down to your right fingers. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, reach up. Twice more. Inhale, reach up, and then bring your left hand down to meet right. Come back onto your toes and step your left foot forward, lunge. Ground your right heel down and the top of your right foot. And then bring your hips back towards your right heel, lifting your left toes, bringing your toes over to the left and right, rolling along your heel. Slow, deep breaths. And you can bring your hands up on rolled towels or books or pillows. You can stay on your palms or fingertips or knuckles. And then bring your right hand over your left leg. And breathe. And then bring your right hand back over to the right side. Ground the ball of your left foot. Walk your hands forward for a grounded lunge. And then tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee. Press into your left knee as you lift the back of your right thigh. And exhale here. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Lift up, crescent lunge. And then exhale, bring your hands back down either side of your left foot. Step your left foot back to meet right, plank pose. Inhale and exhale. Bring both your knees down to the ground. Bend your elbows. Bring your chest and then your chin down as well. Inhale, cobra pose, pressing into the tops of your feet. And this time we'll exhale to downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Grounding one heel down towards the ground and then the other. Moving through your hips and shoulders. Come back through stillness, one breath in downward dog. And then ground both of your knees down, untuck Your toes come back to kneeling, rock pose, hips towards heels. Can feel really lovely if you have a pillow or blanket nearby to place some cushioning between your heels and your sit bones. Something to try. Just notice how that may feel different. Feels wonderful. Keep it there. If not, just go ahead and take it out. Bring the palms of your hands to your legs. And just as in the beginning, gently press down. Feel the warmth of your hands against your thighs. Feel your thighs and lower legs grounding down. And as they do so, feel the support of the earth underneath you. Feel the support of this community around you. And at any moment, if your legs or joints feel uncomfortable in this pose to the point of being distracting, they come into your easy seat or your cross-legged pose. Exhale fully, bringing your awareness all the way down to the base of your spine. Inhale slowly, bringing your awareness up the length of your spine, all the way to the top of your neck. And exhale again, all the way down to your sacrum, your sit bones, your pelvis. Inhale up. And exhale back down. One more time, just so. And then from here, in rock pose, bring your hips over to the left, your feet over to the right. Ground your left fingertips down just outside of your hip. Reach your right fingers up and over, pressing your right rib cage to the right, your right hips down towards the ground. Inhale, come back up through center. Lift your hips up, bring them over your feet, and then all the way over to the right. Now, right fingers ground down, left fingers reach up and overhead, gaze down, rounding down through your left hip. Inhale, come back up through center. This time, lift up your knees and bring the soles of your feet to the ground. As you bring your hands to your knees, lift to the center of your chest, lift your gaze, lift your sit bones, and then slowly exhale around your spine. Tuck your pelvis, come all the way down to your back. Step your feet in so your heels are closer to your pelvis, and then allow both of your knees to fall over to the right and bring your gaze over to the left. Inhale up through center. And then allow both of your knees to come over to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale up through center. Bring both of your knees in towards your chest. Take a moment and create circles with your ankles in one direction and then the other. Exhale, pull your knees in. Inhale and extend your legs long on the ground. Bring the backs of your hands and arms down as well. Pause here, allowing your breath to circulate. Take a moment of rest. 3 more rounds of breath here, just so. Inhale to press your heels down and away from your hips. Reach your arms up overhead. And then point your toes. Exhale and release. Roll over onto one side or the other using that arm as a pillow. And slowly rise up. Coming back to a seat. Your hands to your thighs. Gently press down. Notice the sensations in your legs, your hips, your low abdomen. Notice your breath. And then bring the palms of your hands together to touch. And we will close our practice here. Thank you for being here, for being a part of this community, for enjoying this practice. I hope you have a wonderful day. I certainly feel more ready for my day than I was 30 minutes ago. So thank you for this opportunity, and I hope to see you again. Bye, love. Bye. See you soon.